So folks, this session is going to be interactive. So get your phones at the ready. We'll have the QR codes on the table. And this session is leadership in a digital world. So who better to lead us with this session than Clare Gibson? And I'll just, it'll be Clare and candidate co-presenting on this particular session. I'll just introduce both. Clare is a genuine IWN leader who, through her own passion, has stood up and developed IWN's own alumni program. In her day job, Clare is the General Manager for Service Delivery at South Gippsland Water. And just a fun fact with Clare, she's a coach at Auskick. So she's getting around Inverloch late on a Friday night with the young kids, teaching them how to kick. So thanks, Clare, good one. And her co-host is Geddes. Cameron is director of Geddes Group. He works extensively across the water industry, mentoring and coaching industry leaders and future leaders. And many of us will know Cam here in the room today and both online as the person who leads the IWN Champions program, probably for the last 5 years. Cam's done a tremendous job on that. So thanks very much. And fun fact with Cam is a St. John's ambulance volunteer. So he's given up his time here today to be with us. So Clare and Cam, I'll hand across to yourselves. Look forward to the session. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm actually going to start this morning with a question. So how many of you have some really great ideas, but that's where they actually stay? They just stay really great ideas. So what I'm going to talk to you about is the alumni program we've set up. So our Amanda is my deputy chair, program lead, and then Cameron's also on our alumni program. And in March, we actually started our first mentoring program. Our mentoring program was actually developed to create a safe space for our members for their ideas to become a reality. And what we've done is we've used a model called the GROW model to help them transform them. So the mentoring program, Cameron's my tech, by the way. He's being amazing. So our mentoring program, it facilitates the sharing of knowledge and skills between our members at a more personal level. So we're looking to build and grow our members' knowledge and capability. We have 11 pairings that are part of the program so far, which is actually built up with just under half of those are part of our Champions program. So showing that linkage between how we're trying to support their development. We've received lots of positive feedback so far on the mentoring program. They're starting to build those really strong relationships and set some goals. To help the mentor pairs set their goals, we've actually given them the GROW model. So we're sharing this model today with the broader IWN network to actually help us all grow in the digital world. Goals provide us with focus, clarity, and encourage directed effort and persistence to keep trying, as well as encouraging new and creative, innovative thinking to solve particular problems and issues, which is why we're all part of IWN. The GROW model, as you can see, what it stands for is goals, reality, options, and wrap up. It's just a simple 4-step structure to actually help us work out what those goals are and actually take action. So our goals. So the G in the goal is goals. So what is the idea that you're actually wanting to explore? The reality, what's really happening now? So really, what is that reality? Options. What could you do now and what else? And the wrap up, what will you actually commit to doing now? So today we're going to give you a small taste of that GROW model, focusing only on the G, the goals, because it does actually take quite a bit of time and investment in doing this right. So we're going to just play with the G today. What I'd like you to do right now though is at the tables, what I'd like you to do is turn to the person next to you. If you're at home and online or at work online, please just take an opportunity to write it down or talk to somebody that you have with you. And what I'd like you to do is actually discuss or write down what's an idea that you would like to turn into a reality. So you have 5 minutes and then I'll call you back. Go. Yeah, I knew it was always going to be difficult getting you back when you started to, get those ideas out and share them with each other. But we want to help you still turn those ideas and goals into reality. So we've got to take you through more of the steps. What I'd like you to do now is get your mobiles ready. And we want you to now scan this QR code. We have a quick Menti question for you to answer. This is another one in the goals. If you achieved that goal, if you made that idea into a reality, if you could enter one word that would describe, how would actually bringing that goal or idea into a reality make you feel? One word. And we'll give you a couple of minutes to enter that word. So yeah, it's the QR code on the screen. Go back. Yeah, so the QR code on the screen.
Don't use the QR code on the table.
Not the one on the table, the one on the screen, people. Sorry. The one on the screen. How bad?
That's everyone.
The first question. Yeah, just the first question. If you achieved it, how would you feel? Beautiful. Thank you, everyone. As you can see, there's a number of different emotions and feelings that people have when they achieve a goal. So how awesome would it be that we could, if you can turn that goal or idea into a reality, how that'd actually make you feel, proud, satisfied, excited, empowered, accomplished. So that's where this model is to help you, I guess, achieve those feelings, relieved. Okay, so now we're going to flick back over to the presentation. And we have another question for you. At your table, what would your future look like, or the future look like, if you achieved that goal or that idea became a reality? So if you can now find another person at your table, can be the same person or another one, I'll give you another 5 minutes and have that conversation. Go. All right, beautiful. It was actually really great to see so many people in such great deep conversation. What I have now is another Menti question. It is our last question. So there's some of you online as well. I hope you're able to, I guess, some people have jumped in already, provide your answers through the Menti as well. So our last question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is this to you? So if you haven't answered it already, jump on and answer that one for us as well, please. And I'll just give a couple of minutes and we can see what happens.
No, oh wait, no, I did do it right. Okay, I did do it right.
You would just notice the text on the slide. The 10 is that it is important, which is the 1, so what's first is 10. 10 is the most important.
It's the right trend.
Yeah, it's the right trend. Checking the trending.
First thing most important.
Okay, it looks like it's kind of settled there. So what you'll find is using the GROW model and the conversations that you actually have, using the next steps. So your goal, your reality, your options, and your wrap up. What the conversations and the questions that you can ask through that process is really going to help either redefine that goal, or as you were saying, some people are already starting to question, is this the right goal? So those steps actually help you redefine it. So what we have provided for you is at your tables, you'll see that there's this mentoring guide. You won't be using it now, but it's something to take away, and we'll also be circulating it online for those of you who are online, and as well as if you prefer a soft copy anyway, is a framework in how you have that conversation. So it takes you through the different steps within the GROW model, and it's got a series of questions that actually help you flesh out each of the sections of that model. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for engaging, I guess, with the model that we've gone through today. We hope that you find this GROW model useful in helping your ideas, and not just your ideas, but those that you either lead or mentor into a reality. So we're hoping that, this is actually going to help you and others grow in the digital world. So that's the end of what I've got to say. But I was wondering if anyone's brave enough, because we've got a couple of minutes, probably have one or two. If you want to share what your idea was. We got any takers? Yeah, we've got one. Yep.
Have we go? We got John at our table, the other John, and he's John too. He's been using AI to predict bursts for 3 years. So another AI, so that's only going to get better and better. And we were having a chat around, like if you put a pipe in, say 20 years ago, it's made of a certain material, you tend to replace them all at the same time. Whereas now what you would end up doing is finding what stresses are on that pipe. So like water pressure, usage, etc. So you'd end up replacing things as needed than just because it was the same material put in at a certain year and that type of thing. So it was just something he's already kind of doing and seems like it could be done better. We thought that was pretty amazing.
No, thank you for sharing. And how awesome would it be for so many others of you in the room if the thinking that he has, we actually turn that into reality, yeah? Is there anyone else who, yeah, we've got one here.
Thanks. I got on my hobby horse again about sharing data. So I just want an opportunity to talk a little bit more about it. So, but Dean raised a good point that the barriers to sharing data, but some utilities might be afraid that, I'm did this plan, I'm running into failure, so I don't want the world to see that. But I guess the benefit is also that if you don't share the data, then there's also no solutions, right? And in machine learning, there's a lot of websites, machine learning repositories, and they provide all sorts of data sets that researchers and students can use to play around with in Kaggle competitions. There is nothing on those websites about water, nothing. So I think there's a challenge.
Yeah, no, that's an awesome idea that I'd love to see come through too. Yep. Oh, yep. All right. Yep. We got one more. Go for it.
So just continuing on that data thing, if we are going to share data, use data, we need to all be speaking in the same language in terms of each raw water pump needs to be not just a raw water pump, because we have raw water pumps that do all sorts of different things, or water treatment plant or wastewater treatment plant that do slightly different things. So we need to have the same name for things so that we're all talking about the same thing. So that we're all looking at apples to apples and compared to apples to oranges if they've got slightly different names or the same name for different things.
No, I'd love to see that too. Being in service delivery, there, we constantly see just even your neighbouring water corp. How do we actually share and learn from each other if we're calling everything different? And it makes that benchmarking really difficult. Yeah, no, beautiful. All right, well, thank you so much, everyone, for engaging in that activity, and I really do hope that you can use this model with with the people that you work with, and actually grow in a digital world. So thank you.